I'm Lesley Ormsby and I'm a psychic medium. I live in New Zealand. I don't just live in New Zealand, I'm from New Zealand, so which means I'm a Māori, and I say New Zealand Māori, but my ancestry also goes back to Ireland, and which goes right back to the Vikings. However, I like to do things, naturally and intuitively, so this is with my psychic work and my mediumship. And I'm just going to go back to the Māori side. I tap into most things Māori, of course, and blend it all into my European side. So there'll be a blend of that in my work. Now, the readings that I'll be doing, that Spirit have drawn me to do with astrologically, using this astrological signs to do forecast readings for the future, basically. So this video is all about the following month, which is going to be September 2018, and I'm going to be using my angel cards and or my normal playing cards, but mostly it's not just about the cards, it's about my intuitive side coming in. When I click into the angels, they could be giving guidance. I click into the ascended masters, it could be the otherworldly energies like Cryon, for instance, and the Pleaidians that might come through. So they're playing a big role in the work that I do, and also me as a human being and helping me to evolve. So my work is about helping you to evolve in whatever way that you need to evolve for you. It's everybody's got a personal journey, so which has drawn me to the astrological side to be using as a guide. So you might hear me use references to do from my Māori side as well, and I'll explain that if it does come up. So yeah, and so anyway, let's get on with it and see what's ahead of you for next month, September 2018. Okay, hi Virgoians. I'm going to be doing a monthly forecast for September session for you today, and I'm going to be starting with these angel cards. So I use angel cards, as I said before, and bringing the Pleaidians or whoever it is that's coming to give you guidance for your future. So we're going to be covering, I don't do everything like bang, bang, bang in order, because that's not how I roll. Okay, so I'm very intuitive. So, but these will help me guide you, give you some guidance to where or what you could be doing. It's your choice at the end of the day. So we will cover most likely like career or work, a bit of love life and that, whether you're single or in a relationship, and some general sort of guidance around personal stuff and family or health issues, depending on what comes up or what you most need to know right now. Okay, so the first card that's turned over that's fallen out for you is entrepreneur. So what they're talking about for those of you who are wanting to kick into a business or get something rolling and have been a little bit too shy and, stepping out and stepping forward and going for it, you need to step out and go for it, because it take a risk. So you may not be a risk taker. Some of us, you've got to remember too, that when we're with our signs, we can be either go tip the scales, So some of us are not, some of you are not as risky as, risque as others for business or taking risks in anything. But others of you will be okay with doing that. So what Spirit is saying is to find that balance, okay? So for yous that are looking at going into the entrepreneurship side of things, starting your own business, get your butt into gear and start doing it, and feel the fear and do it anyway, and just taking that step forward, because Spirit have taught me is turn that around, that fear, and turn it into love, because that'll help us to step over that mark or that boundary that we've put in there that we can't do it, and actually we can do it. Or somebody else is saying that you shouldn't do this or shouldn't do that. Really listen to your own intuition to do that, okay? So that your intuition is going to serve you well in this part here, not anybody else's intuition, okay? At this time, this point for you, take that step and go. Now, there's also, for those of you who have already started and going in there, I feel like there's a change for you within the business that you've already started. So they keep they're saying to keep an open mind as to where your work or your business can take you from, like coming into this month of August, going into September. It's like these changes that are happening. So what they're saying is to embrace the change and like take a risk and see what these other people have been bringing into you, messages or guidance that are people who have come from outside of spheres that you're not normally are in contact with. And that's on the physical side, not so much on the spiritual side, that is. So really there are people out there that they're telling me who are helping you or trying to help you see some other opportunities out there for you to embrace and bring into your work or take out. So it's just about change. So embrace it and go with the flow. So the next card, I'm just taking them from the top, this one, and it's the ocean. And so this one here for me is talking about, using water to help you move through some personal issues, because water is like a very healing tool as well. So if you can't get to water, I'm thinking more of the ocean water, but if you can't get to the ocean, or the ocean is like 100,000 miles, away, then it's like, there are shells. I haven't got a shell with me, but I was just going to pick up a shell. Oh yeah, I do. I have a poa shell. So, that's what we call it in New Zealand, is a poa. And beautiful colours in there too, by the way. So take notice of the colours. Sorry, that's ash from my sage stick. So, which actually brings me to another thing too, is with the sage, interestingly enough, is to use that, to start clearing away some old rubbish so you can see your way clear for what you need to be doing. This is that healing side of things too. So a part of me wants to light some and like wish them in front of the camera to help give you that clearing. I think I will do it actually. So the other side of it, and it's just really, embracing change. So if you haven't got, if you're feeling a little bit stuck and, with this change and you're trying to decide which your way to go, it's like clear the old stuff, because this really goes back to all the zap, 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 clearing old stuff, okay? So you can move forward, feeling free and open to, with your business side of things, okay? They're really encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone and go into there. So, and then perfect timing. I'm just going to take, because that's what I've been drawn to do, is take from that, for me, that's the top or the bottom. The top for me, because I'm facing it this way, is perfect timing, okay? So, it is good timing for you. So it's about trusting that. And I feel like you felt like something's come up or coming up. So, but you're just a little bit too, shy, scared, chicken to move forward with something. So, I'm a Gemini and I do find, and I'm quite indecisive, but that's not you normally, okay? So, just go for it, okay? And not let others stop you from, moving forward to something that is going to free you up. Okay, Cupid, which draws me, I was just having like that thought about the love reading in there, so part of it. So Cupid has just turned up, so I'm going to put that up there and show you. I probably should have done it with the other ones, but I'm not going to this time because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But Cupid, they want me to show you that, and this is more like if you're in a relationship. It's like, the feeling is that there's a little bit of romance, bring that romance back into your love life with your partner, your husband, or, your wife or whoever it is. It's kind of like there's been something that's possibly like feeling, the energy's a little bit dull because one is like overtired, tired, and the other one wants to go for it, but another one doesn't want to, so it's just really what they're saying, as I'm starting to babble now, is bring back some romance into the relationship and, and explore doing different things to bring that relationship into a heightened space, okay? And they're not really just talking about sexually. This is about, like going out to the beach and doing something different, not just going out for dinner, but and having a drink and dinner. It's kind of like it goes a little bit more deeper than that for you at this point. So what they're saying is just, give it a go, okay? Once again, taking a risk and giving it a go, because if you really want this relationship to work, like with most relationships, we've got to do something to help make it work. So what they're saying is just it's about renewal, this card that they've drawn up, okay? Renewing, starting something new within the relationship. So the other side of that, if you're not in a relationship, there's new doors opening up for that. It's about they're just saying, stop being too picky for those ones of you that are a little bit overboard and going a bit picky about, who's coming into your life and who's not coming into your life. It's like, geez, Wayne, or geez, whoever you are, it's about cutting through some bullshit. Those are just talking about, and and just going for it, okay? And also, just letting that, going with the flow, basically, and not overthinking it or overanalyzing, what's happened like from the past as well. Okay, yeah, sure, take that into account, but for some of you, it kind of goes a little bit too far. But others of you, it's like, it's just like, okay, it just goes back to that picky part, that perfectionist side, So it's just keeping an open mind as to who might come in. And, you know who you want and what you don't want out of a relationship or in a person, but it's just the other side of it is sometimes that person with not necessarily that are displaying all that you do want and you don't see at that time, it will come out as you go along in the relationship. So that's where they're just saying, like, take a bit of a risk in that way as well, because it takes two to tango, and to make that relationship a lot better, and really fruitful for you. Now, go join me into family too. There's some, for some of you, there are some family issues with letting go of the past. That goes back to the entrepreneur side of things and the perfect timing things that are kind of like their limiting beliefs and stuff like that. So they're just saying to, clear some of that, let some of that go. So you can, freely move forward to the things that, that really do matter to you. Because at the end of the day, a tool that I've been using is like a lot of snipping. But with the snipping, just make sure you know what it is that you're snipping and go under a little bit, a little bit deeper so you can be rid of that. Or work with somebody, or, like myself, to, who knows what they're doing kind of, so you can get to the crux of it and sort it out for good. Okay. I'm just going to just shuffle these cards now. I'm not right into cartomancy, so as well. So I just do roll with my own thing, what spirit are guiding me to do. But it's similar to the lines. What seem to be coming up. So I usually that one's falling out. So the four of clubs. So for me, there's something that is you're about halfway through working with something on yourself or in a relationship. That's kind of, I'm more going to the ones where things are not so much working for some reason. And there's that thing about letting go or clubbing something, getting rid of something so you can move forward and into going into a relationship. So, or changing something if you are in a relationship. But I'm more drawn to those who are single for this one. It's like there's more about stuff like letting go of stuff and not being having your list like too tight is like what you want. Okay, so just loosen it up a bit, like I said before, and go for just go for be relaxed about things, okay? And that person who I feel will just pop into your life and it's like, wow, and you won't look back. So, yeah. Anyway, that's enough for me. That's all I have for you for today, for next month. I'll catch you next month. So thank you for watching my video today. Please like, share and subscribe to my video channel. If you would like to receive a reading or a healing message from me, you can contact me on my Facebook page, which is In the Grace of Spirit, or email me at inthegraceofspirit@gmail.com. You can receive a reading or a healing from me via, Skype, video message or call, it's up to you, or email. So if you would like to receive one, you can contact me through there, and yeah, we'll see you again next time. Also, my details for to make contact with me are in the box below. So yeah, you can catch me through there. Catch you again soon.